Hello, welcome back to another video on basic advice. Today we're going to talk about how you can create luxurious meals on a shoestring budget. Now, if you're a young adult who wants to buy a house one day, you're going to have to save up a considerable amount of money for a down payment. Now, every piece of takeout you order is going to take away from that piggy bank you've set aside. So the best thing you can do is start eating at home. Start creating cheap meals that are delicious so that one day you can achieve the goals that you have set ahead of you. So in order to decide, what can we do, we have to ask ourselves what makes a meal luxurious? Is it the container it comes in? Is it the way it's presented to us? It's the little garnishes that go on top. No, these are all reasons we go to restaurants, to enjoy the theme. But at home, luxury is all about the flavor. So what's the easiest way to add flavor to our dishes, you might be asking? Well, it's a pretty simple answer. There's a simple answer, and that is seasonings. Now, seasonings will make or break your dish. If your food is super bland, you will not enjoy it. 100%, I guarantee it. You will get bored of it, and you're going to go back to your old ways. So let's look at a couple of simple seasonings you can add to your pantry, and then you'll be able to apply this to almost any meal. And I specifically picked these because they are very versatile. Like, for example, these all add a savory profile to the food you're cooking. This can apply to eggs, this can apply to chicken, this can apply to pasta, spaghetti sauce, lasagna. Almost anything, you will add these three things: garlic powder, onion powder, and Italian seasoning. They will not sit in your pantry unused. I guarantee it. And if they are sitting there unused, you're doing something wrong. I guarantee it. Also, if you're living on that shoestring budget life, there are a couple more things you can add. Seeing as pasta is such a huge part of that budget lifestyle, I would recommend also oregano, bay leaves, and chili pepper flakes. These 6 seasonings will make the most delicious spaghetti sauce you have ever tried, and it will, trust me, never go to a restaurant and order pasta again, because you're going to be like, man, my sauce I make at home is better than this stuff. Why am I paying so much for it? So seasonings are great. They go in all the various dishes, they apply to meats, but there's another very important seasoning-esque type of thing we can talk about, and that is marinades. Now, marinades can be super expensive as well. You're like, oh, great, look at all these ingredients he wants me to buy. I thought this was about saving money. Well, I'm not going to go tell you to buy a bottle of Worcestershire and some lemon juice and a million other things that you're only going to use when you cook steak the once a year because you're on that shoestring budget. Instead, I've got a very simple solution for the marinades. Now, I think this works especially well with chicken, but it could probably also apply to beef and pork and other things like that, especially pork too. It's also kind of bland on its own. And that is to use salad dressings. Salad dressings are amazing pre-made marinades. People are paying outrageous amounts of money for infused oils because it's got some chili pepper flakes and some garlic inside $2 of olive oil, and they'll sell it for $20. Look at this. This has your oil, this has your vinegar, and it's all infused with garlic, herbs, all kinds of stuff. And chances are you already bought some anyways to put on your little side salad that you were going to eat to begin with. So this should already be in your refrigerator, and if not, I recommend getting some salad dressing and eating some salad because that roughage is good for you. So now you're saying, okay, well, what have I done? I've managed to fill my pantry with some flavors. How should I use them? Well, okay, let's just walk through an example meal then. You have a chicken breast you want to make for dinner, and maybe a couple of vegetables. Take your chicken breast, put it in a little bowl, fill it up with a bit of salad dressing, let it sit for a couple hours. Couple hours go by and you're like, okay, I want to eat in like half an hour. You take the chicken out, you put some garlic powder on it, put some onion powder on it, some Italian seasoning. You toss it in the oven for 20 minutes on 400. You go and you take a bowl of, just a bowl, you put some broccoli in it. Maybe you want to steam some vegetables, you put a little water in it. Put a little extra salad dressing on that too. I've done that before. It works great. You cover it up, throw it in the microwave, for 4 or 5 minutes, and boom, your steamed vegetables are done. And they all taste in the same theme of that whole savory flavor, herbaceous flavor kind of thing going on. And then maybe you fry some potatoes. And you're like, okay, I want a carb to go with my chicken and my broccoli and my salad, so I'm gonna fry up some potatoes, garlic powder, onion powder. I'm telling you, these are very applicable to almost everything. So if you want to have a diet that you're happy with, something you're not going to get tired of, something you'll enjoy without having to order takeout on a regular basis. I highly recommend investing in your pantry and just grabbing a couple of simple seasonings, because these will change your life and they'll make it easier for you to save up so you can buy that house. Thank you for listening to my little talk. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. Cheers.